Uh, all right, it's game day. Game one. Carolina Hurricanes. Here we come. That should be a fun game, fun series. Um, all right, guys. So let's try to look at the market objectively, right? There is some good news today. Nice reaction in the portfolio for APLD, Nebus. There's some nice news in the quantum computing group as well. You have gap ups in QBTS, Ionic, RGTI, GFS, etc., etc. So there's a lot of nice move this morning, uh, and the market outside of these a bit soft. Um, there was some news this morning about again. Uh, I don't want to get into what the news is because I don't really care. But it's again with Middle East situation. Let's just keep it super simple. Uh, so market seems a bit still concerned on that front. Um, but yeah, price action first, right? So we'll see how the market reacts. So far so good, to be honest. Yes, there's some weakness. There's some red overall in the market, but things are holding very well, and especially the liquid leaders, right? So we talked about that. At some point, you will start to see decoupling. You will start to see maybe the market going sideways, chopping around, while the liquid leaders are still working. All right, and that's why we trade those names because they can decouple. They can give you some nice moves even if the market is not that strong. All right. So let's look at our five pillars, right? Again, and always five pillars. The first one is price. Um, let's just take NQ just for the sake of having the pre-market action, right? Um, so we discussed that range, right, guys? That range that we're building, that's the first real digestion we have since the low was made. All right, we had 1, 2, 3 days shakeout and sideway, but that was not really a pullback or meaningful digestion. Now we do. All right, now we do have a proper digestion. Uh, that was confirmed by Brett also. That peaked in April 17. So how crazy is that, right? Brett peaked right here, and the market still ran up from there more than almost 10%. All right. So if you look at only if you sell your exposure when the McClellan oscillator is overbought, then that's a kind of move that you miss. And I remember MCO being overbought, and I had questions. Alex, we're so overbought and extended as well. Uh, do you think it's worth selling exposure, etc., etc.? And I explained back then. I remember very clearly that overbought signals are not overbought on the McClellan oscillator and Brett extensions are not sell signals. All right, this is just a way to recognize that the market is a bit overheated. Take it slowly with new exposure, but keep your cores. And if you have good entries in the liquid leaders, uh, then you engage. That's it. You manage risk and you follow the trend as the groups setting up and rotate. All right, rotation keeps the trend alive as well. Uh, all right, so we're in that range. Yesterday, price action was really constructive and positive. We confirm a daily reversal. All right, that's the first constructive thing. Uh, and we ran super strong, closed dead high right into the top of that range. All right, what do we had this morning? A bit of weakness. Is it a surprise? No, we're right at the top of the range. Some sellers are waiting there. All right, that's normal. We might form a lower high. All right, and we discussed that as well in the last 2 days. It's okay if we continue to chop around a bit on the indices. That would be healthy. That would set up the market even better. Um, so yeah, watch this along decoupling from liquid leaders. But yeah, let's see how it's bought up. Right now, we're right at the reversal pivot back test. So this is a good spot to back test. Very normal, very healthy. And for me, as long as we remain in that range, we're all good. Okay. Don't overthink and micro analyze price action within a range, within a chop box. Uh, the important is we're trending higher with uh, above the rising 21 day structure. We're going sideways. Liquid leaders are acting good, and their internals as well. All right, so internals, uh, that was big for me. No go Canes. I don't want to hear that. It's Habs only in this Discord. Come on. Sorry. If someone cheer for the Canes, they'll be kicked out of the Discord. I'm joking. All right. So credit spreads. We discussed that structure a lot in the last few days, right? That was the structure from when the market actually started that big run from that piece news. All right. That was that gap right here. And then we discussed that yesterday. If you look at QQQE, that retest of the structure was actually on the first back test of the rising 21 DMA structure. All right. Uh, so that was a very meaningful structure. We ran right up into it on Tuesday, and we were looking for a rejection, and that's what we had yesterday. Very clean, hard rejection, confirm a downside reversal, broke down below the spike low, broke down below the entire 21 DME structure, and closed to a new low, dead low on the day. All right. So for me, that was very important to carry my exposure. No matter what happens, I have to follow those signals. All right. That's my system. That's my framework. I have to listen to it. Uh, VIX, same breakdown. All right, and the one that might actually uh, corroborate the we need to chop a bit more on the indices. All right, and maybe we don't go straight away to a new high. All right, is Bitcoin. Bitcoin ran up from below right into the 21 day structure. We're rejecting the 21 day structure this morning. All right, and what I will be looking for is, again, go in my Git book. I explained that price cycle around the 21 day structure, and especially when we broke down from it and we're trading right back into it. we have a couple scenario to watch for, and we watch those on indices, on stocks, etc., etc. That's always the same thing. Uh, we're below, we're running right back into it. All right, either that we push right into it, we reject. All right, but what we do after the rejection is super important. Do we reject and make a new low? In which case we reconfirm the downtrend. Do we reject and go sideways, form a higher low, and then set up tight action? Sellers are getting exhausted, and then we set up a reclaim of the structure. All right, and after that we look for the back test of the now rising 21-day move structure. All right, that's always the same price action cycle around the 21-day move structure that I'm looking at. And right now, Bitcoin is lagging, not giving a full risk on signal, contrary to credit spreads, VIX, and even price action in the liquidators. All right. Internals, Brett. All right. QQQE, new closing high yesterday. All right. So while the Qs are chopping around in that range, QQQE actually made a new high. So very good breadth. We had a GDP of 90. It means that that was, for me, considered a breadth trust on a reconfirmation attempt of the trend. So maybe that news brings a bit of volatility and chop, but the signal is there. All right. So we had that nice clean pullback close to the 21-day move structure. McClellan oversold, and bam, hook up on breadth trust, huge breadth. That we almost hook up the McClellan summation with that move yesterday. So let's look at if breadth can come in today and finally flip that McClellan summation, or it's not ready yet. But we have the continuation set up right now. Liquidators now. All right. Same picture, a bit weaker of the right side. All right. We confirm a daily reversal. So that's the good news. And again, Brett was super, super, super oversold. We nearly hit 3 standard deviation on the McClellan oscillator. And we have a beautiful hookup yesterday. So let's see if we can build on that. I like that setup a lot, but that's still an anticipation setup. We need to see that follow through. We need to see Brett come in today, tomorrow to close the week strong. That's what we want to see. All right. Focuslist now. What do I look at this morning? Do we have huge gaps? Oh yeah, Nebius gapping up 10% on that news. So obviously that will not be in focus anymore. But it was last night, setting up very well. And bam, you get that news. Typical. All right. So the things that I'm looking at. Caterpillar, still think that it looks very good on that 21-day move structure back test. We have that big base breakout. This is essentially the first real pullback since that multi-mount base breakout. We have core. So Photonics a bit weak yesterday. Light lost its 21-day move structure, but core still building higher lows just below the daily reversal pivot, right into the 21-day move structure. This is looking very good. Backtesting the recent swing high structure as well. So a lot of confluence. Let's see if it can find buyers, but it's looking good as well. Lunar, a name that we traded. just pulling back into the 21-day mid structure. I would love to get that on weakness, a bit closer in the 21-day mid structure, but it's 2-day tight, back testing the recent swing high as well. So yeah, it's setting up again. Interactive broker setting up. Watch for that daily reversal pivot. But nice hold on the 21-day mid structure. That gave a nice entry back in April. So let's see if it can uh, continue to respect that structure. Oost. So back testing the base structure. Back tested the 21-day mid structure. High or low on the right side as well. Uh, Overing around the reversal pivot. Affirm, that's a trade that I took. Confirm a daily reversal pivot yesterday. Reclaim, sorry. And still in play, especially if you have a small gap down this morning. We'll go back into buy area. And the setup is still there. CRCL, position that I opened yesterday. Uh, Retesting, backtesting that recent swing high structure. Backtesting that EP low pivot as well. 3 tight days inside the 21-day mid structure. That's what I'm playing. All right. You can look for the reversal pivot, daily reversal pivot. So yesterday's high pivot for a confirmation, but I prefer to put that trade a bit on anticipation because that's how I can get those tight risk right inside the 21-day mid structure. Um, So GFS was setting up yesterday, gap up again with that news. EVGO still looks very good, and but earnings are getting pretty close. ALGM trying to reclaim the 21-day mid structure. GBL looking good at the 21-day mid structure along Sanham. Uh, Semi equipment, very strong day yesterday. You can look at some weakness this morning. ASML, MKSI, EMAT, LRCX. Strong move yesterday. A bit out of buy area for me. But at the same time, if they have some weakness with that soft open, then they might be actionable. Oost, we discussed. BE, gapping up out of buy area. MOH, so healthcare, there's some strong action in the last 1 and 3 months, setting up at the 21-day mid structure. If that's your thing, go for it. We discussed, and I shared that yesterday in the Discord, but GPU Cloud really setting up as a group. You had Nebius, APLD, and guess what? Both had news overnight, not yet actionable. Photonics, we discussed that. So light, just close below the 21-day mid structure. Core setting up. VRT super weak yesterday. That's starting to trade below the 21-day mid structure. Though I was not too keen to see that, but glad I closed the position. Crypto infrastructure. So the hot CRCL cores, Wolf setting up. Caterpillar, we discussed that one. Q setting up a nice pullback structure. NXT, nice 21-day mid structure pullback. CDNS, really nice shakeout at the 21-day mid structure. Ionic was a clean setup yesterday, but news, big gap up, not really actionable. Aurora, nice pullback into the 21-day mid structure. Again, healthcare, there's some nice healthcare charts setting up. Interactive broker and Roku. All right. So that's a name that I'm saying as setting up the best. But there's already a lot of things that went. All right. So market is not gone by any means. They're still set up. There's still very good stuff around the 21 day structure. But for me, again, I shared that last night in the Prime report. But the game for me here is to be patient. All right. I was more active than usual in the last few days, but from here, I have my exposure. Uh, if I can gain traction and de-risk those new position, I'm going back into not opening new trades and being super patient. If there's a position lagging and there's something a leading name in a leading team setting up, I might rotate, but I'm not pushing more exposure than I have right now, and I'm not pushing more new exposure risk near that I have right now as well. So the game for me right now is see if we confirm the continuation setup in the market. If we confirm it, if I have traction, then I trim into strength, I reduce my exposure into strength, and I wait. All right. If we push for a couple days, I trim more into strength, trying to bring down my exposure the most that I can for when another stress test happens, pullback happens. I'm not too high on margin and trying to control my drawdown a bit better than I did in the latest pullback. All right, so that's the game plan for me. Don't expect to see me take a lot of trades from here. If we crap today, if we fail to confirm the continuation, then as usual, if they close below their 21 day structure, I will close those trades at the end of the day, but we're not there yet. All right. So let's see the session. Let's see how it goes. And let's assess the market at the end of the day. All right. HAP. SMCI. Yeah, I saw SMCI. Uh, I almost shared that at the 21 day structure. Um, that's a nice move, but I just can't get that out of my head, to be honest. Uh, that's just not a leader. All right, and I'm trying really really hard to have leadership criteria first, then set up second. All right, and this is just not a leader. Uh, App, same thing for me. I know this is setting up. Some folks are trading it. Might really well push hard from here. Software trying to kind of not reclaim leadership because it's been a while they've been leading at all, but just being strong again and turning the corner. There's good action in software. You take ORCL, which maybe I shouldn't have closed, but it's respecting the structure. You look at IGV as well. Uh, you have that nice higher lows action. Buyers are getting stronger and stronger. So yeah, app is a name. If you like the name, go for it. But just be aware that it's just not a leader, right? We're still pretty low. There's good distribution on the left side, so potential for overhead supply. Not my type of name, but I can see the setup for the breakout. Yeah, Chris, that's right. SMCI is leader for bookkeeping shenanigans and illegal smuggling. Yeah, that's correct. But not that type of leader that I want to be in, right? That's a good one. Any other chart requests, guys? For me, to be honest, that's about it for the sessions. Uh, that's my game plan. To be honest, portfolio looks good, and like I said, all right, my setup is there. Uh, that's where I engage. All right, when Brett is oversold, I need to go. All right, uh, you don't always get it, and the market since April uh, just made us used to have 1 to 3 day shakeout, and that pullback was not that small shakeout. But when you see that bread being that oversold, uh, credit spreads breaking down like crazy from a huge structure rejection, I need to go for it. I'm sorry if I don't go hard here. I'm not doing my job according to my framework, to my rules, to my style. All right. I'm not the one waiting for the breakout to a new high. I'm not the one waiting for the McClellan summation to confirm everything. Because guess what? Chances are that if you wait for the full McClellan summation hookup, we're getting pretty short-term overbought already, and market might be due for some stress tests already. All right, so market is hard, and especially in the last few years, if you're late, you're wrong. If you're buying the new high, you better have a good drawdown mentality, because uh, chances are that the market will undercut your cost basis, and you'll need to be at a loss before being in the money. All right, so just keep that in mind. If that's not for you, that's all right. But over the years, we just perfected that system where uh, we're adding our tools to know, and it's not perfect. All right, I remember every time that trading is a probability games. You're playing the odds. All right, but when you have the odds stacked for you with an oversold condition in an uptrend, I need to go for it. All right, and that's how the market moves in the recent years. Damn, that's a nice trend. That's the type of name that you need to be really patient. That's a nice trender, all right. But you need to buy it right. You need to buy it low. Right now, do we have some kind of head and shoulders type of setup? Uh, or we have kind of that reclaim and back test here. All right, you go with the market. You need to assume that uh, if the market's setting up, then it's setting up as well. So you have that reclaim and back test. So if the market goes, then you assume that it's not a head and shoulders, and you can follow through on the right side. What you can look for as a confirmation is that inside day reversal pivot. All right, so if you reclaim that pivot, then that's probably a nice confirmation for taking the trade. All right, guys. So that's the session. Let's see what the market has in store for us. Again, I think it looks good, but we never know. Manage risk first, control your new exposure risk. And if the market fails, then you're not caught off guard with too much risk, too much exposure. All right, exposure is good if you have the cushion to have that exposure. If your NAR's control, that's okay to be on margin. But if you were cash or very low on exposure and you went crazy on margin yesterday, then maybe this time works. All right, but you're building bad habits. All right, there is that one time that this kind of news we had this morning will drop the market. Fail that anticipation, continuation, opportunity, and signal in the market, and bam, you take a hard hit and goes into a big drawdown that you should have not been into. All right, so control your exposure. This is not a race. This is a marathon. All right, I'm saying that every time. Uh, don't compare yourself to others. They have their own capital, their own risk um, mentality, aversion, or I don't know how to say that, but I think you get the point. Uh, Everyone is different, and just compare yourself to yourself in the last market cycle. Your goal should not be to beat everyone on X, to beat everyone in this Discord, to have more exposure than Alex or Jan or Sandy. All right? Your goal should be to be better, be a better trader than you were last market cycle. All right? And each market cycle you get better and better and better. And that's how in 2 years, in 5 years, in 10 years, you're a professional uh, trader, very good professional trader. All right. Have a good day, everyone. Go Abs, go. All right. Have a good one. Cheers. Bye bye, guys.